Hi dears, happy weekend everyone, and welcome back to the channel. It's Anna with you here, and you are in the latest update on the situation here in Spain and our sunny Benidorm region. So for today we have a few news, very interesting ones, so stay with me. First of all, the amount of cases is still decreasing. Gladly, the cases are decreasing finally. And for the last 24 hours, we have 8,341 new cases. Yesterday was about 9,500, so it's approximately 1,000 of a difference, which is quite a lot. The index of people getting sick versus 100,000 is already less than 200, and it's 193. There are some regions here in Spain that have the index below 70, which is just awesome news because it means that basically they have the situation almost under control, fingers crossed. And a lot of regions here in Spain are not even in high risk anymore. They're just in medium risk. Our Valencian community, this is just great and amazing news. Our Valencian community started from extremely high risk, and now it's only in medium risk for people who live here and for people who still can travel here. In Valencian community, we know that right now we have some restrictions, and one of the main ones is that from Friday 3 p.m. until Monday 6 a.m. in the morning, all the biggest 16 cities here in Valencian region are closed, so no one is able to go in or out without any specific urgent need, or for work or for studies or for something necessary that they need to go, and they have to justify it, of course. So this was officially the last weekend that we are closed. From next weekend already, the biggest cities will be open, so you will be able to go to any of the biggest cities without any kind of problem. Apart from that, you know that from Tuesday we will be opening the bars and the terraces from bars and restaurants for 50% from the maximum capacity, and the shops as well. Here, the small businesses and shopping centers were open until 6 o'clock only in the evening, but now they will have a couple more hours to be open and help them by doing this to be able to at least make some more money and not to close when people are finishing work, basically, which doesn't make any sense. But we needed this. We needed to limit ourselves a little bit more because the situation wasn't very good. Here in Valencian region, it was the worst almost in the whole Spain. And now when the situation is getting better, we can allow us slightly relax the measures. Spain already has declared the next few groups that are waiting for the vaccination. You know that right now our Ministry of Health is putting vaccines for police officers and people older than 80. Basically, when they finish these two groups, what they will do is they will put for people less than 80, which they are about to finish approximately in 1 or 2 weeks maximum. And then they will start with other three groups, which is, first of all, less than 60 with some kind of chronic diseases and health issues. Then with people from 56 until 59 years. And the other group is of people from 45 to 55 years old. This will be approximately during the whole March, the month of March, and from April there will be a massive vaccination, hopefully, which all different regions are planning. Here in the Valencian community, they're planning to make it to everyone, basically from 0 years until 45. Everyone will start getting vaccinated in April and being called by the social security, your health centers, and by June or July, maybe August, we don't know for sure, but by summer or beginning or the end, we want to get everyone immunized and basically start getting back to normal, which would be, to be honest, very good. We all are waiting for it. It's been quite a while. It's been a year since all this pandemic thing started, and we are just very tired of all this situation. We want just get back to normal, or at least to a new normal life. Not the one that we used to, but at least better than the one that we have right now. What else is happening? Here in Spain, there's been a very curious situation about the prices for fruit and vegetables, but especially fruit. They are more expensive for 13%. It's been quite a while that the prices were increasing quite a lot, and especially prices are increasing for oranges, for lemons, for different kind of acid fruits, just because they have a lot of vitamin C, and here in Spain people are just obsessed with vitamin C, with helping their immune system, and they just eat them like crazy basically. And this is why the prices went higher, just to the high demand that people have for these type of fruit. The demand for oranges went up by 50%, can you imagine? And the same for lemons and all kind of different citrical fruit. For example, the cherries, lemons, oranges, pears and melons are the ones that have higher prices right now. And as it's very strange, but bananas and plátanos from Canarian Islands, which are basically the same approximately as banana, we call them all bananas, but they are of different types. And then apples and watermelons that will start right now to go to the Spanish supermarkets, although it's not the season just yet, but the first ones are starting to arrive. And they have surprisingly the most stable prices since the pandemic started. The other ones not, but these ones, at least apples and bananas, have stable prices. Basically, this is what's happening. Vegetables also had an increase in prices. We've seen with you some time ago, we went to the Spanish local market, the one that we have here in our small town in Albir. We've seen that the prices for different vegetables went very, very high, almost twice than they costed before. But now they started to regulate themselves and the prices are approximately stable. And now the prices for fruit went up. It's just crazy, basically. But we know that we just don't get why the prices are increasing for fruit and for citrical fruit especially, because this is something that we have here in Spain. It just grows everywhere. Basically, you go out to the street and you have a lemon tree. You go to the garden to your house, you have an orange tree. So there is just a plenty of them. And it's more than enough for people. So it's something that we grow here. It's something that we have here in Spain. It's ours. It's like our gold, our treasure. And we don't know why if we have more than enough, prices went that high. But they did. What else is happening? Since last news that UK will be opening borders for UK citizens to go for tourism, for example, to Spain from 17th of May, if I'm not wrong. Since that day, a lot of people just collapsed websites and phone central offices for different hotels here in Spain, and especially in our Costa Blanca and Benidorm region, to book their holidays here. But we all thought that it's going to be from June, for example, approximately, that people would start coming in June. It's going to be crazy. There's going to be peak season, a lot of people, and like a lot of things going on. Everything's going to be like very, very alive, as it was previously before the pandemic started. But we were all wrong, at least just for now. And as we could have seen, the increase in the reservations here in Valencian region, and especially in our Benidorm region, is of 400%, which is just massive in 48 hours, basically. But the majority of the reservations, they are not for summer. They are for autumn, for beginning of autumn, which is approximately end of September, beginning of October. This is for when the majority of bookings are here in the hotels of our Benidorm region. And only a few of them are for summer, because people just still don't really believe that the situation will be stable then in summer. And for a lot of people, it's too warm here in Spain, to be honest, because here summer, like July and August easily can be 40 degrees, and in August it can be like 45 easily on the sun. So not all people can just deal with it, and they're just looking for more, like, for better and mild temperatures. Still very, very warm, but not that aggressive temperatures, let's say, as in July and August. So we all thought it's going to be in June, but guess what? Not going to happen. And a lot of hotels that were planning to open in June, they are still planning to do so, but they are promoting some more offers here internally for national tourists from Spain, just because they want to somehow survive and start working slowly before all people from UK will start coming to Spain in autumn. The last news, very important one, is for people who live here in Alicante region and like in general in Valencian community. On the 31st of January, if you remember, there was a new law that came in, a new restriction here for our region, which basically forbid to do sports on, even though it's in an open air sport, let's say like running, without a mask. So you had to wear a mask even though you were running. Right now, it ended finally, and since the situation is a lot better right now in the region, they've cancelled this new restriction. And from this Monday, not from today, but from Monday, from the 1st of March, people are able to do sports outside on open air without using a mask. Every time when it's very important, you can maintain distance with the other people, at least 1.5 meters. So let's say you cannot run like basically near the person, you have to maintain some distance, then you can go without a mask. It's not a problem. But as soon as you stop and you are just walking, you have to put the mask on. As well as very positive news, especially for the children and hopefully for the schools as well. They've said that our Minister of Health mentioned that the children that are infants and the ones that are in primary school, so like more younger, not teenagers, will be able to leave the mask, so not to wear a mask on different activities at school as soon as they are in like a bubble group, you know, when especially in infant group like preschool, and from 6, 7 and 8 years old, usually they here in Spain are in some kind of a bubble group. They don't communicate with other children, they always stay together. So in these type of groups, it's not obligatory to use the mask, although they did. But right now, especially when you are having some physical education and you are doing some sports, running, jumping, etc., they will be able to finally take off their mask, which is just a very good news. We know it's necessary. We cannot go through the other side of the law. We cannot say, no, we're not going to wear them because this is the law. This is what we have to do. This is what the school dictates us. And if we don't do it, we can just not bring our children to school. That's just simple as that. But happily, this news will go out to schools, and hopefully from Monday they will be able to take out their masks more often and breathe fresh air. So these were all the news for today. My dears, what about the weather? The weather here in Spain, as you can see in this picture, is a little bit more stable than it was a few days ago. It's going to be almost sunny in whole Spain, except for the south part of Spain. There's going to be a slight rain as well as yellow alert for very high waves, as well as on the north part of Spain where Atlantic Ocean is. The rest, it's going to be quite stable. Not even a wind right now here in Spain, as I can see from the window right now here in our region, especially in Benidorm region, there is only a slight wind, but not more. It's very sunny, it's very nice and warm outside, so it's just perfect weather for the weekend. What about the temperatures? Temperatures are right here. And as you can see, temperatures are approximately stable. They didn't really change from the previous few days. But tomorrow they say that temperatures will decrease quite a lot, which hopefully won't be true. And we'll still have a very nice temperature. We are waiting, just craving for warm weather to be able to go outside and enjoy staying outside on our home terrace or in the garden by the swimming pool. We just want this. We are tired already from this even short but still winter, Spanish winter. And the temperatures, for example, are in the north part of Spain from 10 till 19 degrees, in the center from 13 till 18, in the south part as well as Mediterranean area from 13 until 19 degrees. Here in our Benidorm region, it's going to be approximately 18, 19 degrees, very nice weather, very warm and comfy outside. In Barcelona, it's going to be 17. In Andalusia, the south part of Spain, in Granada, 17. Malaga, 17. And Sevilla, 19 degrees. In Madrid, the capital, is going to be 18. Murcia, the same, 18. Approximately all Spain will have these kind of temperatures, around 13 to 19 degrees. Basically, this is very strange because usually the difference is quite big from north to south part of Spain, but right now it's approximately all the same. And in Balearic Islands, which are Mallorca, Menorca, and Ibiza, it's going to be 19. Canarian Islands will have 20. And in Valencia, here a little bit north from us, approximately 1.5 hours away, it's going to be 17 degrees, slightly colder than here in our Benidorm region. And the water temperature here in Benidorm and Alicante will be approximately 15 degrees. These were all the news for today. I hope you enjoyed watching them. I wish you very, very nice, zero stress and a positive weekend. And I'm going to see you tomorrow with a new video from Benidorm. Bye, dears.